Throughout my entire life, people have been telling me that playing video games would rot my brain out. But it turns out, playing video games might just do the exact opposite. Alright, I read an interesting article recently, and it basically explained that there was a study between two groups. The first group was subjected to playing Super Mario 64 for 30 minutes a day for 2 months. And the second group didn't get to play Super Mario 64 at all whatsoever throughout those 2 months. And at the end of the 2 months, it was found that the brains of the gamers experienced a volumetric increase, meaning the gamers grew larger brains as a result of their video game playing, and that certain parts of the brain increased in size as a result of playing video games. So with all of that being said, I decided to play video games 30 minutes a day for 30 days to see how much bigger my brain would become and how much more intelligent playing video games could make me. To measure my results, I established a few tests in advance. First, I took an IQ test before I played with the video games for the 30 days to see how my memory and spatial recognition skills would play out before the video games changed my brain forever. Additionally, each and every day I'll be taking this test on this website called Cognifit, and there's a series of tests that measures your cognitive capabilities, whatever that really means, but certain parts of your brain and their functional capacities, comparing what my score was day 0 before I played the game and day 30 after I'd played all the games. With that being said, I'll start off my first gaming session with Dark Souls, and the experiment began. First, I took a baseline cognitive test that measured my reasoning, memory, coordination, attention, and perception, and here was my score without playing any video games, day 0. I scored an overall score of 592 out of 800, which I guess is decent for my age, and the average score is apparently 400, but that seems too perfect of an even number to be actually accurate, but we'll go with that. And then I took some shady PhD certified IQ tests on the internet for free, and I didn't score very high, 116. And then the gaming began.
30-minute timer has been set. Now I'm going to play some Dark Souls for 30 minutes.
This was probably the first time I had played my Nintendo Switch in a couple months, and to be honest, it was fun.
Been playing Dark Souls 1 for the last 20 minutes. Not gonna lie, my heart rate's definitely been going up. I can't get past this part called the New Londo Ruins. This is Dark Souls 1 remastered. Almost impossible. These little ghosts keep attacking me, but I think this is the perfect genre for brain growth, as I have to explore the world, etc. Not a ton of fine motor skills, maybe a little bit dodging and all that.
And even at day 1, my brain was coming up with new solutions to solve the problems in-game. I figured out how to kill the ghosts.
You'll be happy to hear that I actually solved the issue. Apparently I have to use these things called transient curses. I was just scrolling through my items and I found this, and it said I could interact with ghosts. Interact meaning I could actually blast them with my soul arrows.
Day 2.
Just took the same cognitive test. Turns out my score was lower than the first time. I don't know if I can even score higher on that cognitive test. It's one of those things where any given day I could probably score higher or lower.
My past self's logic was foolish though, because the entire point of this experiment was to see if video games would gradually improve my score. So I continued to play video games day in and day out. And I also continued to take my cognitive tests daily, and the results were surprisingly improving. Okay folks, the personalized results somehow increased to 615. Roughly a 21-point increase somehow, despite the fact that I scored lower on certain areas. Apparently I scored higher, 50% higher than the average 19-year-old, supposedly. They are slowly increasing. Day 6.
Okay, today I actually scored a perfect score on one of the tests where I usually do kind of poorly, but at the same time I did pretty poorly at one of the tests where I usually do a little better, so I ended up kind of evening it out, and I got a 611 compared to my 615 yesterday. So I think there's been negligible improvement in terms of my brain's growth and whatnot, but the score is definitely skewing higher as of since I played video games.
Also, after around day 3, I decided to switch the game I was playing from Dark Souls to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate because I thought Super Smash Bros. Might give me more room to grow my brain, but what do I know?
Day 6, just set my timer for 30 minutes. About to play some Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I will say one thing, I could easily see how pro gamers start to hate their jobs, even when their job is to play video games for a living. Because to be honest, once you start doing things in a routine-like manner for a work-oriented purpose versus a source of entertainment or enjoyment or just fun, it becomes significantly less fun. And I'm starting to experience that firsthand because this is starting to feel more like a chore than a source of happiness or enjoyment.
And to be honest, time really did fly by. My 30 minutes of gameplay a day became a sort of oasis, an escape from the reality that is real life, and it became pretty fun after a while. And it seemed like my testing was slowly but surely improving.
Woo! Yeah, boy!
Day 10.
Alrighty, folks, we are roughly 10 days into playing video games for the sake of growing my brain and becoming a smarter, beefier, intellectual being. And according to the data thus far, it seems that my scores have progressively increased. The question is, have those results been a result of the fact that I've just gotten better at the tests that I've taken every day? Or because I've been playing video games for 30 minutes a day? Or because I decided to eat Lucky Charms versus Cinnamon Toast Crunch, right? We can't really narrow down the variable at play here exactly. There has been an increase, a linear increase I might add, throughout the last 10 days. And my cognitive abilities are showing a gradual increase as I played 30 minutes of video games a day. So
it would appear as if video games were in fact having an effect on my cognitive development.
Okay, so since my Switch is for some reason not turning on, I'm downloading Minecraft on my phone here. Kind of looking forward to the change in pace, I must say.
And then I interviewed a professional gamer.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's going on, dude? Would it be accurate to say you're a pro gamer?
Yeah, I'm a professional Fortnite player.
Okay.
I do a bunch of local LAN tournaments at the esports arena.
Tfue's like right here. Where are you?
If Tfue's up here, I'm probably like, I'd say at least I'm 25% worse than him.
Okay, where's Ninja?
Ninja's way below me.
Way below you?
Yeah, Ninja's overhyped, bro.
Dang, okay. So I'm gonna assume that earlier in your life, people may have told you like, oh, don't play video games, they'll rot your brain out.
Oh, of course, definitely. I used to get bullied all the time because I said I wanted to pursue gaming.
So my goal in this, and I'm curious from your experience, because how often would you say you play video games a day?
Oh,
like,
bro, every day.
Like how many hours a day?
Bro, 8 hours a day.
8 hours a day. Okay, so you're on that full-time video game grind.
Of course.
With your experience in gaming, do you think
your memory, hand-eye coordination / motor skills, and or social skills have improved because of playing video games?
Alright, so I'm gonna start off with social skills for the first one.
Okay.
Just because I used to be like a kid that just like sat around. I used to play PS3 all day, and like
Okay.
I didn't really talk to people that much. But like from gaming, I'd say like, you know, when you talk in game chat and like I developed a friendship with all these people on the internet. So I definitely developed more society, like going out and like talking to more people, more friendly and things like that sort. I developed better hand-eye coordination. I used to be super unathletic, and I'm pretty sure from like all my standpoints that I have a faster reaction time to things. I developed like more of a thought, like a thinking process, like know where my teammates are at all times and things of that sort.
You heard it straight from the pro.
Day 13, poor me. I have to play my Switch, Super Smash Bros. In particular, for Christ's sake. Okay, it's finally day 15. I guess it's only been 2 weeks, but I don't know. I'm just tired of taking this stupid test. My scores are practically the same every day. Okay, guys, I just scored my highest score of all time. Okay, 18 days in. Yo, what up? Gamer Nation, playing some Smash. I think it's day 20. I have like 20 more minutes to go. Game on, I guess, right? You know, this game's a pretty soothing game. I'm happy that I actually own this game because I don't think I could have done this challenge without this game because this is just chill. Generally, it's therapeutic to beat up little pink blobs, so I'm having fun sometimes. Fuck! I lost. God. Alright gamers, day 25 has officially come, about to play some Smash. Now I'm basically wrecking all of these level 9 CPUs. Oh no, the Switch died. At this point, I'm toppling the majority of these level 9 CPUs with ease, with none other than Captain Falcon, who's officially become my dude on this game. I enjoy his agile character, and it's just fun to play with, I will say. 5 more days to go, and I'm liberated from being a gamer.
Day 30.
Alrighty folks, alas, the day has finally come. It is May 18th. I first took my IQ test and began the video game experiment as of April 18th, so it has been 30 days. Therefore, I'm going to take my final cognitive test. I'm going to compare it throughout my results throughout the last 30 days. I'm also going to take the same IQ test to see how much my IQ has increased over the last 30 days.
And I took my final cognitive test, which was measuring my reasoning skills, memory abilities, coordination, coordination, attention, and perception, and here were my results.
608 compared to my highest score of all time, which is a 628.
The IQ test.
Time to take the IQ test to see if I've gotten any more intelligent. Let's go for it. The word race car is spelled the same forwards and backwards. Course.
And I took the exact same IQ test I took day one, and my score was surprisingly, as you might have guessed, lower than the first time I took it, and I don't know why.
Okay, well, my IQ has gone down 7 points. I'm officially within the average of the bell curve here, and video games apparently
may have actually rotted my brain out.
Or this is just a natural deviation in my ability to score within 10-20 points. Who knows? But my score went down from day one, but my cognitive test has consistently gone up over time. So let's go over the data. Since I took the final cognitive test and since I just took the final IQ test, let's go over the scores. I'm going to show all the screenshots of my tests throughout the last 30 days, and we're going to go over some conclusions I've come to. So on day 0, before I played any video games, I scored a 592 on my cognitive test. On day 1, the day after I played video games for the first time, I scored a 552. And throughout the next week, it progressively increased to a 625 as of day 8. Day 9 went back to 615. Day 10, 625. Day 11, 615. Oscillates within that range of 615 to 620. And then day 15, I hit my all-time high, 628, baby. Throughout the entire 30 days, that was my highest score. And then since that score, it only got lower. 626 I scored on day 16, day 17, 613, day 19, 612, day 21, 588, and then day 30, 608. So it's pretty evident that there was a linear increase from my baseline score of 592. I eventually got it all the way back up to 628, but I couldn't maintain that score consistently. But there was a definite increase in my cognitive abilities. So there does in fact appear to be an overall increase in my reasoning, memory, coordination, attention, and perception from day 1 and day 0 to day 30, regardless of the oscillation in between. It's almost impossible to increase my score every single day. Now, when it comes to the IQ test, I scored a 516 on the first IQ test, which was day 0, before I played any video games at all whatsoever. And then just now, I scored 109. So I think it's safe to say that there's a range in which I will score if I take the same test every time, plus or minus 10 points from that 116 score. So it's just as likely of me scoring a 125 versus a 105.
Basically, the concept of standard deviation was at play when it came to me taking this IQ test 2 times, which basically means that I'm likely to score within a given range if I take the test enough times, whether that be higher or lower.
So with that being said, my IQ probably stayed the same, and if you want to look at this data as 100% accurate of my IQ, then it got worse, which I doubt is the actual case. But when we compare the results of the Super Mario 64 case study when they played Super Mario 64 for 30 minutes a day, it's kind of clear that my reasoning, memory, coordination, attention, and perception all increased throughout the last 30 days. The real question is, can we attribute this increase in my brain growth to video games, or was it just my change in diet, my exercise routine, the amount of sleep I got? Who really knows? It could have just been me becoming more acquainted with the test at hand and just getting better at these exercises as a result of taking the test so many times and not necessarily playing the video games. It's 100% impossible to pinpoint the variable that led to my improvement in the cognitive domains, but at the end of the day, I don't know. This is what happens when you play video games for 30 days, a little bit every day. Now, in reality, I think it probably does improve certain aspects of your brain, as evidenced by these cognitive domains and their increase.
But who really effing knows?
And you should totally subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram, DM me your thoughts on the situation at Tyler Oliveira Official. With that being said, deuces.